Everyone's favorite altcoins in the coming weeks and months are about to get hit with massive unlocks, flooding the market with new supply and causing the price to decrease. One token stands alone, Quant Networks QNT, with a supply of 14.6 million, no future unlocks, and growing enterprise adoption. So, why has a price not exploded just yet, and what is going to trigger it? That is what I'm getting into today. Why scarcity is an important factor, especially for the long term. What are the other factors at play that are going to increase the price today and tomorrow? So if you're new to the quant videos or just enjoy watching them, be sure to leave a like down below. And with that said, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so for every video, a quick reminder that this is not financial advice and for entertainment purposes only. Nothing in crypto is guaranteed and you could lose all of your money. Stay safe and do your own research. The first point I want to talk about is the unlocks for 2025. What motivated me to make this video? Right, we have a couple cryptos here. We have SUI, upcoming unlock 64 mil in March, 64 mil in April, representing 2.19% of the circulating supply each unlock. Right, it's quite a lot here. There's a lot of the coins we can go through. We have OP, 2.32% of the supply, and the big one, Solana, in terms of market cap, 11.2 million tokens, 2.1% of the supply. There's a lot of sell pressure there. Whether it's priced in or not doesn't really matter because new tokens are entering the market. It's going to increase sell pressure and it's going to dilute your holdings. QNT, there is no token unlock. So fixed supply, the circulating supply is always the same, 14.6 million. No dilution from unlocks. There's no inflationary pressure diluting your investment in the future, which is the whole reason you're here, right? Your investment to make money. And assets with a fixed supply tend to perform better over the long term, right? Especially when demand is met. Just look at Bitcoin. So it's why we invest in long-term projects with that long-term vision. It's why the top 20 of cryptos is always changing. Most projects are not designed with the future in mind. And this is not just something that's important for 2025, it's important for the rest of the decade, right? The unlocks are taking place every year, nearly every single month. It's something that you have to be aware of. Now on to the second point, because most people understand that QNT is scarce, there's not that much available, that is good for the price. But then why QNT scarcity has not pumped the price just yet is because there are so many other factors at play. Scarcity alone does not mean we're going to see the price increase right away. And in the examples like the Bitcoin halving, right, where the block reward is reduced, fewer Bitcoins are being mined, there isn't an immediate price increase when the halving takes place. It's usually a couple months afterward. And the real rally, the real demand comes from that institutional side of MicroStrategy, Tesla, Grayscale, and eventually the ETFs like BlackRock, Fidelity, which view Bitcoin as a store of value similar to gold. Right? You have Ethereum post upgrade back in 2021, it became deflationary, but the real increase for Ethereum did not come until the DeFi and NFT boom. And so scarcity is a long-term driver, but when we look at Quant Network and their use cases so far, most have been pilots or proof of concepts in the experimentation phase. We have not reached that final product just yet. Let's look at the collaboration with the BIS and the Bank of England on Project Rosalind. Is not a final product yet, still a proof of concept. And on a newer side, you have the UK's finance regulated liability experimentation, right, where they're working with the interoperability of digital assets, stablecoins, CBDCs, all unified. And so my point is we are still in the early stages in terms of use cases, but the good thing is we are moving forward to the next stage, right? Quant Network has been chosen to be part of the RLN, the next generation network alongside the biggest banks, alongside R3, and they have been chosen to go forward to the next phase, right? You have the world's largest CBDC testnet, Quant Network are part of it, and they've been chosen to go to the next stage. So you are here before enterprise, commercial banks, CBDCs are live, and that's where the demand is going to come from and send QNT higher: institutions, staking, and enterprise. And now I want to shift the focus to where the QNT demand is going to come from, because scarcity is nothing without demand. So here we have an update on the 14th of February on the Oracle and Quant Network partnership. It's been quiet for quite a while. So they partner with Quant to drive digital assets innovation. For reference, Oracle, one of the largest software companies in the world, according to El Shredo. Here are some of the financial institutions that use Oracle. And further down in the article, we can see that Quant Network are best placed to support Oracle, delivering their innovative, secure, and compliant infrastructure for their customers. And for reference, all 430,000. And just looking back very quickly, that this is the launch of the Oracle Blockchain Platform Digital Assets Edition, the OBPDA. So it's an enterprise grade solution combining bank grade, ledger, smart contracts, APIs, and QNT is at the core of it, powering it all. This is what's going to drive demand. But we always talked about how enterprise demand takes a lot longer due to timelines, integrating new technologies, where retail driven demand is a lot faster, but we're finally seeing it come into fruition. That is what's going to drive demand. Another thing that's going to drive demand is staking, confirmed by the CEO Gilbert Verdian, and I believe it's going to be the next catalyst. It's going to attract a lot of new users, similar to what we see with Dynamic Tau on the project BitTensor Tau. Right? These subnets you stake towards are up hundreds of percent in the past couple of days. When you look at Mine Crypto providing this information on chain, these wallets accumulating QNT in the hundreds of thousands, no outflows, no Ethereum, you can tell something is coming. And so we're going to see demand from enterprise, institutions, and staking. But here we can see knowledge up only 30 trillion by 2030, tokenization of real world assets, interoperability is needed. And we're seeing a year by year thing go on here in terms of progress with Quant Network. 2023, Project Rosalind CBDCs, 2024, Regulated Liability Network, and 2025 with Oracle. And we're just in the first half. So much more is to come. And we're very close to that final goal of moving with QNT. I don't want to get into the common knowledge that everyone's talking about when it comes to the the Bitcoin dominance decreasing, having that full-on alt season that everyone keeps banging on about, or just that the others, right, the altcoins excluding the top 10 have not broken all-time high. I want to focus on individual cryptos, right? Having utility, doing the research, and holding for a very long time. A great example on the channel is XRP. We've been making videos since the beginning of 2022. And throughout that, we remain bullish on the fact that we believe the price is going to increase in the future. And throughout 2022, we only had a downturn in price action, and I continued buying. Throughout 2023, we saw a little bit better for making these videos. XRP not being a security, it's kind of let down. We thought that was going to be the huge increase in value, but it wasn't. And it wasn't until 2024 we had finally had the fruits of our labor with our investment of XRP. And so far, we've seen it kind of happen with the other assets like XDC. We've seen it happen with HBAR and XLM. QNT is one of the only ones left, and I believe it will happen. It's why I'm still holding. People will mock you, people will try and make you sell your investment, but I still believe in the future of QNT. So that's going to be pretty much it for today's video. Today we went into unlocks how QNT for the short term and the long term is a very good hold in terms of tokenomics, and how scarcity is not the only factor. Demand needs to come into play, and we're still in the early stages in terms of use cases for QNT. But if you made this fun video, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.